Well, Intel's self-driving car unit Mobileye priced its initial public offering at $21 a share late Tuesday. That's above the $18 to $20 range. That values the company at roughly $17 billion, more than the $15 billion Intel paid for the company back in 2017, but a ways off from the $50 billion valuation it sought last year. Let's bring in Yahoo Finance's Dan Howley, who's been watching that for us. And Dan, there's a few questions that come with this. Number one, given where the IPO market has been, does the fact that Intel prices at a higher range suggest the appetite is back there again?
Yeah, I think that's really the big question for this kind of listing, right? This is Mobileye, just to give you some background. This was a company that was originally developing technology to be able to provide computer vision for self-driving cars. Obviously, it's gone heavy into self-driving. Intel picked it up some years ago at around the $15.3 billion mark. And now, as you said, according to these reports, its IPO is being priced at $17 billion. But that's below, again, as you pointed out, that $50 billion that was originally being looked at. And this all has to do with just the IPO market kind of falling off after a big 2021, big 2020, big 2019, where we saw some of these mega companies go out and hit the public markets. Now, we haven't seen very many that are doing $1 billion more in their IPO or more in their IPO. We have Mobileye here barely touching $1 billion. But I think it does point to some interest in this kind of company and the long-term growth perspective for something like this, where there is still a lot of work to be done in self-driving cars, in computer vision when it comes to vehicles. And so if Mobileye goes public and can get some clients under its belt, then I think that just means that the opportunity really is there for growth. Now, when we talk about self-driving cars, obviously, the discussion ends up pointing towards something like a Tesla, GM. What those companies are offering really are just driver assistant technologies. It's not really self-driving, no matter what companies call it. It's just still driver assistant technology. So the self-driving will still take years to kind of shake out. So there are ample opportunities for companies like Mobileye to kind of really fully establish themselves in the space and then become really the main client for some of these larger automaker brands and see where they can bring the technology going forward.
Dan Howley is always staying on top of the big tech stories for us today. Thanks so much for that.